What's up, guys? How's it going? New kitchen, new bananas, new yo-yo. Well, actually, it's an old yo-yo, but that's okay. This is the YoYoFactory Hasbro Fast 201. This came out, I believe, in 2004. Yeah, because I was still in high school. Yep, so they came out in 2004. And they actually did like a big tour. It was like the Fast Challenge, and it was like, I don't know how many tricks, but it was like, well, let's think. It was the sleeper, you had to wind it, that was a trick. So like everybody, I was kickstarted it. The sleeper, rock the baby, stop and go, around the world, forward pass. That might be it, but it was who could do that the fastest. I actually won for my region. See, I got the 2005 regional champion one. So there's only, I don't know how many of these there is, but there's only like less than 10, I'm sure. Hell yeah.
How many regions are there, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know. But I won it for the Midwest. And Ian Johnson, well, there was different age groups. Like Ian Johnson won it for the kids, and I won it for the adults or whatever. And but yeah, very, very cool. But this was kind of the yo-yo that got like YoYoFactory started. And this got a lot of kids into yo-yoing. This was like a big boom when I was in high school. And I was already yo-yoing at the time. I wasn't the best yo-yo in the world, but I was, you know, decent enough to give it my best shot. And then they did these tours where they went to like Walmarts, and they sent Pat Mitchell and Mark Montgomery to my local Walmart. So me and Ian Johnson went there, and like it was like a 3-hour thing, and we hung out there. We got there early, and then we hung out the whole time. And then we followed them to like another one that was like an hour away. But anyways, from hanging out with them enough, we were practicing with the Fast 201s enough where we got like really freaking good at it, and we both won. Yeah, for we each won $500. So it was like, holy crap. Yeah, and it was at the Orland Park Mall, I think it was. Yeah, and it was so cool that it was the two kids from this little town of Hebron, you know, won, you know, for the whole Midwest. But it was pretty cool. But this was the yo-yo they had. It's a beginner's yo-yo. It uses a Type A bearing. Now it's got this very weird starburst response that like you can like, I don't know, like push it. They stick up, but they're like spring loaded, you know, they feel like. But yeah, and then the bearing system, the way they did this was they made it so like kids couldn't lose it, you know, they couldn't like take it apart, which is really smart. Like it's just in there. Like there is a way to take this apart. I know how to do it, and I've actually modded a bunch of these from doing the Fast 201 things and hanging out with Mark Montgomery and Pat Mitchell. I kind of became friends with them, and I learned how to mod these things like really good. This is one me and CJ modded, but I modded some for them, and then they'd use them at the demos and stuff, and they'd be busting out these crazy combos, and everybody thought they were just stock Fast 201s. But I silicone recessed one side on this one, and I cleaned the bearing, de-shielded it, put it back together, and I put some little extra shims instead of the O-rings in it. But yeah, it plays much better, much more stable, unresponsive. This still has like a badass yo-yo at the time. This was like one of my best yo-yos.
I painted that one half.
Yeah, CJ painted that half, I think. Yeah, Craig.
Yeah, Craig.
And then I got the Bad Religion logo.
There you go.
It says the date on it.
Was
you see that?
Oh, focusing. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
I'm trying here. Going
No.
for it. It's really trying.
Oh, whatever. Take my word for it. It has the date. It's 3308.
2008.
That we painted this.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that was after a couple brews or something.
Yeah.
That was back in our younger years.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, this is really cool. In the future, I'm going to show how to mod one of these. I'll probably mod this one. This is funny though. This was actually on my dad's desk at work probably since like 2004. And he was like, hey, I've had this yo-yo on my desk forever, and he gave it to me. And, oh no, what happened was I was using his car, and it was in his car because he cleaned out his desk. And he was just either going to throw it out or give it to me. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. So yeah, but it's a little slimmer than like today's standard yo-yo, you know, if that's for sure. Here's it like next to a Stealth. I'll put all the dimensions on the screen. The diameter though is like almost identical to a Magic Yo-Yo Stealth. But, you know, the width is quite smaller. Here's it next to a popsicle. For whatever reason.
For some reason.
Here's it next to a banana.
Yep, there you go.
But yeah. But yeah, let's quit talking about it and let's just play with the thing. Okay guys, I got it all strung up. It does have this rubber O-ring system where you can kind of like adjust the gap a little bit, kind of like how the old Duncan said does. But yeah, CJ, here, take a look at like how the gap looks. If the camera will focus on that.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
It's tiny.
Yeah, and it's got like these huge teeth, but They actually work really good for beginners. But the one thing is it slows down the yo-yo a lot. Like you can hear it too, but you can definitely feel it. Like nobody would call this yo-yo smooth, but it is, I must say, very reliable. This is like the yo-yo you buy a kid that takes apart everything, that breaks everything. This thing, it's very durable. It can handle most, tricks that aren't too hard, but you're not gonna be able to do anything too crazy on it. You can hear the way it sounds on the string.
Yeah.
But for learning, the beginner tricks, it's very good, and it can do like, loop tricks and, pretty consistently, in all your basic tricks, but it just sounds hilarious. It sounds like if your 9 Dragons was like super rusted, like you left it in the snow and then started playing with it. That's kind of what it sounds like. But yeah, seeing it dies, spin very, very easy. But for a beginner's yo-yo, this is not a bad option, and they're super cheap. I wouldn't say it's as good as like a Magic Yo-Yo V3 or a K7, or what's another good beginner yo-yo? Let me get one that's not made from Magic, so not just like plugging them. Like a Duncan.
Duncan.
What would be better than this? Well, this is better than the Butterfly XT. I'll give it that.
Yeah, there you go.
That's for sure. But I'd say it's not as good as like a freehand, but the freehand's kind of more advanced than this.
Yeah.
What's like a beginner's yo-yo? But I don't know. Anyways, it's good and it's reliable, and it can take a beating, and the kids can't really mess with it much. They can't take it apart and have pieces flying everywhere, because the only thing there really is that one spacer bearing combo. So based on that, it's not too bad. And if you want to modify it for a little more advanced stuff, you can do that. I'll have a future video showing how to do that once I get my hands on a drill press. Spoiler alert. But anyways, for now, this is the Fast 201. Great option for somebody if you're looking to get something for their kid, or you just want a yo-yo to mess around with that you're not gonna be able to mess up too much. I hope it helps. If not, I don't know what else to say. Sorry.
Good one.